Hello and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity.
Hey there.
We are in Renangale's hut in the White March Part 1 DLC. I want to take a look around a bit. Maybe we can talk to
Sure.
Uldrick a little bit. Hello, Uldrick.
Something else you need?
Do you know anything about Durgan's battery?
It's a fool's hope. A fantasy that's kept these parts inhabited longer than they should be.
He glances around the old house and its worn furnishings.
They say the Pargrunan dwarves developed Durgan's steel, became powerful, rich. And then one day, they locked their doors and died.
He shrugs, turning his palms towards you.
Nothing like a mystery to stir folk up. Most of Stalwart is convinced that some Pargrin secret will save us all. But that don't stop them from whispering a prayer when they pass the old fortress.
A sour smirk crosses his lips. Earlier you said I should make peace with Matron Beregan.
About the only thing folk here haven't tried. Killing one more matron won't change things for long.
He shakes his head. The problem is, though, that my resolve is very low. It's at 12, so I don't know if I can do that.
Besides, her clan's flames that whisper. The one that attacked us was Wolf with many mouths. I'd know him anywhere.
They're cut from the same cloth, Uldrick. Only a matter of time before Baragon marches through that gap in our walls.
At the sound of Renangil's voice, Uldrick's shoulders stiffen. His jaw works in a silent but furious retort. You seem to disagree with Renangild on quite a few matters.
Mother's convinced that a magic forge will turn this frozen crack into a hub of civilization. She can't accept this place is dying.
This is your home. You can't just give up on it.
Give up on what? There's nothing here.
He scrapes the sole of his boot on the straight but weathered floorboards. What do you do here?
I'm a carpenter. Mother's a builder. So it felt like a good fit at the time.
He presses his lips into a wry frown.
Not that we've got a lot of new folk to build houses and furnishings for. These days, I spend most of my time fixing up the stockade.
Farewell. Well, I'd say let's take a look around in town. Been looking everywhere for you, Jago, yes? Who are you?
Finally, some
Taildor?
proper weather. What do you say to a dip in those springs?
Taildor? The man is sweating despite the cold. He opens his mouth to speak, but all that comes out is a loud hacking cough. He bends forward, bracing his hands on his thighs while he heaves and gasps. After a lengthy duration, he raises a finger, still painting. All Haveric's fault. Damn fool sent me to the other side of town, looking for you. At last he stands again. He wipes his dripping brow with the back of his hand and then offers that hand to you in greeting. Shake his hand. Pleasure to meet you. I'm the captain of the militia around here. Nice to meet you. I wanted to catch you before you went running off in the wilds. See, there's a few dangerous folk you might be on the lookout for. Plus, if you're heading out to Longwatch Falls, I thought you might could pick up a thermal pearl for me. He looks away and twists the toe of his boot into the snow. You want me to find a thermal pearl for you? That's the thing, I already found it. I just need someone else to go out and get it. Saw it in the hot springs up near Longwatch Falls. Would have grabbed it myself, but that's when I looked around and saw the Lag of Faith. Must have been 50 of them. He spreads his arms wide. I would have fought, but I started to wonder what the rest of Stalwart would do without me, so I ran. For the sake of the village, of course. What is a thermal pearl anyway? They form in the hot springs, something to do with all the minerals in the water. Smell kinda funny, but they're full of minerals. Just have to crumble them into a pint. Or pint? Pint? He grins and you notice that his gums are bleeding. They cure scurvy. Like I said, the pearls in one of the thermal pools near Longwatch Falls. Shouldn't be hard to spot. Tell me more about Longwatch Falls. It's easy of Stalwart. It's east of Stalwart. Got some nice views of the valley, but most folk avoid in these parts these days. Plenty of wilder nearby, and it only takes a few inches of snow to block the pass. If you're heading out that way, I'd suggest talking to Thirsk. He might have something to help you deal with the Lag of Faith. Well, that's all I needed to know. Stop by Thirsk's place before you leave town. His is the house next to the mines. He's a veteran hunter who knows the wilds better than anyone. Okay, you said something about dangerous folk in the wilderness. We get our share of crazies out here. Most of them aren't even from the village. He laughs at his own joke. Latest groups I'd heard of were the Gleaming Society and the Sisterhood of the Slaked Skull. My running guild set aside some bounty money to see that these troublemakers were taken care of. You bring me the heads of the leaders and I'll give you the payment. Well, can you tell me about the Gleaming Society? Crazy pack of radicals that wants to topple governments and kill the wealthy. Makes the War of Defiance look like a foot fight. Duke Avar and the region of Reitzeras both declared them illegal, which is probably the only thing these two would agree on. Or would have, before all the murder and mayhem in Defiance Bay. He frowns, scratching the back of his neck. Anyway, check Longwatch Falls to the east. That's where they were last seen. And who leads the Sisterhood of the Slaked Skull? That'll be Maslow. All of them members of the Sisterhood worship Barath by sending as many folk back to the wheel as they can, he shivers. They've been poking around Durgan's battery and Whale only knows why. But you can understand why no one around here was pleased to hear about it. Passed through town recently. Didn't stay long, but they stopped at the Temple of Andra. You might see you've left and knows something. If you come across them, be careful. They're unpredictable. Okay, let's talk about something else. What do you want to know about? No, I think that's all. Farewell. Travel to Longwatch Falls. So let me see where it is. Ah, here. But if I go here, Longwatch Falls here. We also have Rusted Woods and Durgan's Battery. Yeah. Kill Ulma and take his head. Oh, it's nice that everything is here under the White March so that we don't confuse it with something else. Find Baragon in the ice caves. Find Gavino's hut near Durgan's Battery. Alright. Let's talk to Rayfeld.
Don't see the harm.
Figured you'd be out here in the flesh. After the fighting died down. Most people don't stick around after they figure out the ogres are making regular visits.
I would have helped fight them monsters off, you know. If I didn't think I'd just get in the way. And with you there to handle things, everything turned out well enough, didn't it? Don't see why Havrick's still sour at me.
What's this about Havrick?
Oh, Havrick's the innkeeper over at the Grave's Rest. I may have been hiding in the inn when the fighting started. The raid didn't improve his disposition any. Did you know he has a whole case of Fenlin liquor in there? I keep offering to buy it off him, but he says he's saving it up for when the battery's open again. As if we're gonna last that long. Anyhow, he said he'd thrash me up and down the mountain if I didn't leave him be.
What's so special about this stuff?
They say a single drop changes your life. You'll never want to have a drink of anything else. Probably that's all rubbish, but it's supposed to be very good.
I see.
It's delusional is what it is. Point of fact, what with you dealing with ogres and everything, maybe you'd, you know, be willing to help me out.
From saving to town to swooping liquor. There's progress for you.
Averick keeps all the good stock in the inn cellar. Out of sight, you see. I mean, it's bound to be under lock and key, but I'm sure he wouldn't miss a single bottle. Not with everything that's going on.
What does stealing wine for you have to do with fighting ogres?
Well, Averick can be a little intimidating when it comes to his beverages. But otherwise, not much, I guess.
And what do I get out of this?
I'll pay you for it. I swear it. We'll split my wages. And the bottle, too, if you like. I just want to be able to say these lips have tasted the best the Ishamael Plains have to offer.
I don't think you will pay me. Anyone ever tell you you're a little strange, Rayfeld?
Nothing so kind. You try living here a few years and see how you turn out.
Such a Grev's Rest seller for Fenlin liquor. Maybe I will... Is this the inn? Yes, maybe I'll just tell him about it because... I want to be resting in here from time to time, so maybe it's a good idea not to...
About time!
Have problems
it was
with
so
the
cold
guy.
out there, I was thinking about shaving myself just so I could make a coat!
The fuck? I don't think we can talk to any of these guys. I can still smell the smoke even in here. Okay, this one person has a name.
Still can't feel my fingers.
Fiara, thought I'd found shelter when I stumbled across this little village. Guessing you did too, eh? Fiara raises a frosty mug to you. Even though the warmth of the hearth reaches you here, her hands are wrapped in werewool and her ears muffled by a hat. Her face has the taut, wind-beaten look of someone who's recently come from the road.
As much blood as there was in the streets, I'm lucky the ale's still flowing.
She takes a drink and, as she tilts her head back, you see a bruise purpling her jaw and the crimson bloom of scraped knuckles. What exactly happened to you?
Thought all the whispers about Durgan's battery were just village superstition. And maybe they are. But I might have been on my guard if I'd listened. I was part of an expedition, hunting for relics from Durgan's battery. And picked up a good haul, too.
She takes a slow swallow of her beer.
So it figures that's when the winds pick up and the sky starts dumping snow. We lost sight of the road. Meanwhile, something else found us. Took Liam out before we even realized we were surrounded. And then we see him coming out of the snow. These little four-armed wilder. Lagufoth, they're called.
I said Lagufaith. It's called Lagufath. Okay. She shakes her head, staring at the embers in the fire pit.
Quick little bastards. Francesca and I held them off as long as we could, but when they filled her full of darts, I turned tail and ran. Found my way here and thanked my luck for escaping the Lagufoth. Then come to find out that this town's got an ogre problem.
She laughs bitterly. What are you going to do now?
I need to get those artifacts. Not that I'm in any shape to go after them myself. But I can't afford to return to Defiance Bay without something to show for my expedition.
Apprehension creeps into your expression. She stares into her mug, swirling its contents.
But you know how to navigate the wilds. You'd be able to find your way out there and back with no trouble, I'd wager.
She looks up from her mug, hopeful.
I'll give you a cut for anything you bring back, of course. I ain't asking for charity. I just can't afford to go home empty-handed.
She brushes her nails along the side of her mug as that anxious look returns. Well, tell me what you're looking for.
Like I said, we were treasure hunting near Durgan's battery when we were ambushed. What else do you want to know?
Examine her teeth. As Fiara talks, you notice that her teeth and gums are stained with dark spots. You recognize those spots as signs of sweat use. Alright. Reningil told me that another expedition came through before I arrived. Was that you?
Who?
You look momentarily confused. Apparently not.
No, that would have been somebody else. We didn't meet with Renengild, or anyone else in town for that matter. We were operating on our own.
She looks into the fire pit, taking another drink. Why are these relics so important to you?
We took out several loans to pay for our trip out here. I'm gonna have trouble if I don't pay them back.
She scratches the back of her neck. Alright, so remind me where I can find your caravan.
What's left of it should be near Durgan's battery. If you stumble across the Lagufoth, you'll know you're close.
Okay, what do you know about Durgan's battery?
Just that it's been locked up tight for 200 years on account of those dwarves having a row.
She shrugs.
Which means that any trinkets from inside fetch a nice price. Sorry, I'm more of a businesswoman than a historian.
Alright, I'll take a look at it. Goodbye. Travel up the mountain towards Durgan's battery. First, I would like to talk to the innkeeper, but first, Birthwen? Hey there, good timing. You can watch me drown Birthwen. Used to play a game like this in Masuk. Good fun until someone loses a finger. Once Android, you won once. What are you playing? Orland's head. Android grins sheepishly. That's what they call it anyhow. Smooth. You pick a target, see? Nose or ears. Nose is worth more, but you've got 2 ears to work with. You get less points the further out from the target you get. So for the mouth and eyes, no points if you miss. Sounds boring. I know a game that's much more entertaining. It's called Stairwooden's Penis. Okay. Android and Birthwen exchange a look of concern. Android looks to you and forces a smile. Fancy a game? 3 throws each, and whoever gets the most points by the end of it wins the wager. I'll put down 50 pence if you will. Well, I'm good in dexterity and good in might, so I think that's gonna be good. Sure, let's play. Andred pulls a throwing knife from the belt, turning it over in his hands. Ah, it's throwing knives. I thought it was going to be punching someone. My bad. Continue. Wages 50 pounds. You in? Let's play. Good man, I'll go first, just to show you how it's done. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. Knife hits the mouth, scoring 5. Andred walks up to retrieve the knife. Your turn. Aim for the ears or the nose? Let's go for the nose, yeah. The knife hits the nose, scoring 10. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. The knife hits the eye, scoring 5. Andred walks up to retrieve the knife. Your turn. Well, let's go for the ears now. The knife hits the ear, scoring 7. Andred aims carefully and throws his blade. Knife hits the mouth, scoring 5. Let's go for the other ear if possible. The knife hits the ear, scoring 7. Okay, it's the same one. That's 24 for you and 15 for me. Not bad, stranger. Looks like you win this one. 100 copper, nice. Here's a prize. Guess I ought to get in some practice. It's because our dexterity is so good, yeah. Nice, I got some money. Let's find the innkeeper. Must be Heferic, yeah.
Go check on that Orlin. Make sure he don't steal nothing.
Where's Orwina? Let's talk to Heferic.
Never seen such a bloodbath. Feels like we got half the town's survivors in here, just drinking to forget it.
The dwarf surveys the crowd, his expression sober despite the half-empty flagon by his hand. He shakes his head and looks to you, remembering himself.
But you must be looking for some refreshment, too, after the way you handled them ogres. Or perhaps a room. Say the word and I'll give that shifty little Orlin the boot.
He nods at you with gruff camaraderie. Hiravius looks at you with Bertie. Say the word to me and I'll give this drooling idiot a shredding so vigorous he won't know what a hole does what anymore. What Orlin?
Showed up a few days ago. Sticks his nose out of the back room just long enough to empty his chamber pot.
He squints toward the hall as if daring the Orlin to show himself.
Up to no good, I tell ya. I'd like nothing more than to see him gone, but I don't want to ruckus over it.
What makes you so sure he's trouble?
We get our share of lowlifes coming through here. Smugglers, fugitives, Kith looking to avoid the sharp eye of the law. The way he's keeping to himself. Well, honest Kith sure don't have cause for it.
Well, I could talk to him.
Don't hurt him or anything. I just want him to leave peacefully. Given your history, I thought I'd be clear on that point.
Sure. He gives you a meaningful look.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I thought you might want to know that Rayfield asked me to steal your liquor.
He did he? That shifty little crook never learns. I'll have it put away somewhere safe. Thank you for doing the decent thing. Here, for your honesty.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the wrong side with the innkeeper. We need to sleep here, you know? Speak to Orlin in Grief's Rest, if we can find him, that is. Have to look around for that one. Lovely drop quest failed. I think that's fine. Just looking for the Orlin. Orwina, isn't that the one he was talking about?
Excuse me.
Not the Orlin, but
there's something you need?
the girl who's working here. She knits her fingers together and looks intently at the floor. Farewell. Apparently there's nothing. Can I close the door? Yes. Let's see. Aleph. Who's Aleph? Is that the Orlin? Yeah, he looks like an Orlin.
Not to be rude, but I'm rather busy. Can't you get another room?
The Orlin turns and glances past you with a quick, nervous motion. His ears shredded and scalloped at the edges are pressed against the skull. This one hides something. His mind is a maze of fear. If Eric sent me to check on you, he dislikes Orlin, so of course he thinks you're up to something.
He... what? Oh no. No.
He runs his claws through his hair and tugs at his long, ragged ears.
Is she there? Did you see her?
He leans around you, peering at the doorway. Who are you talking about?
Devala. That woman. The slaver, she...
He swallows.
I was a slave in Raid Ceres. I ran away. Made it here. The mountains are usually the best place to lose slavers, but Devala's one of the best.
His hands tremble as he picks at his worn tunic. Perhaps we should tell someone Stalwart wouldn't stand for this.
Slavery may be illegal here, but I wouldn't be the first runaway to get nabbed in a town like this, while some local trapper gets a nice payday. Besides, you spoke with Havric. I've kept to myself and paid on time, and he assumes the worst. I just want to get out of here. I've scraped together enough money to reach New Haelmar. But the locals talk about a Raid Saren party, camped west of town.
He wears a ragged shirt sleeve.
It's got to be Devala. She's been after me since the foothills. I'll pay you if you can get rid of her. I don't care how.
Well, alright, I'll do it.
Thank you. But be careful. She wouldn't have come alone.
Of course not. Track down the slave hunter. There's still something upstairs, if I'm correct. This one, was it open? I don't know if it was. I'll just close it. We have stairs, so I want to check that out. Can I actually tell him?
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
No, thanks. Downstairs. It's not upstairs. Gamblers. Oh, great. Can we talk to Ten Leg? The hero of the hour, he laughs. If Eric sent you down to check on us, we aren't causing trouble, on my word. Nah. Who are you? Ten Leg, he raises his mug. Humble fisherman. Though with the ogres coming down all the time, well, I'd sooner fish for truth than a bottle for the time being. Don't suppose you know where a man could find some Finland liquor? All Havrig's best is over there, but I wouldn't, friend. It's a mess of traps, and I should know. Nearly took my eyebrows off. Ten Leg points a finger toward the nearby shelves. What are you playing? Dozens. Care to test your luck? Each of us puts down 50 pence. 3 wins, and you take the 100. Could explain the rules if you like. What are the rules? It's simple enough. Winner takes all. We roll 3 dice each. Get 3 fours, and that's the dozen. Beats all the other rolls. You roll anything else that sums 12, that's the towers, second best. You roll any other triples, that's a god hammer. You get a pair, that's witnesses, 1, 2, and 3, it's the saint, that's the lowest. Any other rolls is talkers, doesn't amount to anything, so you roll the dice again, you get it? Alright, let's play it. Ten Leg reaches forward to gather up his dice. Right, here we go, coins on the table. Pay the 50 coppers. I'll let you go first, since you're new. Ten Legs chuckles. Alright. You cast dice. 2, 2, 4. Witnesses, value 4. Your turn. Ten Leg rolls the dice. 2, 6, 6. Witnesses, value 2. Continue. Damn, your witnesses beats my witnesses. The round's yours. Okay, I think I'm not... I didn't get it that much. I thought a higher would be there, but maybe it's not the higher one in that case. Ten Leg reaches forward to gather up his dice. Ready? Roll the dice. You cast the dice. 2, 3, 5 talkers. Okay, that doesn't mean anything, I guess. 3, 4, 5 towers. Value 5. Your turn. 4, 5, 5 witnesses. Value 4. Damn, your towers beat my witnesses. The round's yours. Okay. Ten Leg reaches forward to gather up his dice. So far I won. This is it now. You go first. You cast the dice. 1, 2, 5 talkers. 3, 4, 6 talkers. 4, 5, 6 talkers. 1, 3, 4 talkers. 2, 2, 5 witnesses. Value 5. Ten Leg rolls his dice. 2, 5, 6 talkers. Grumbles and picks up his dice again. 1, 3, 5 talkers. Grumbles and picks up his dice. 1, 3, 4 talkers. And 1, 5, 6 towers. Value 6. Isn't that good? Ha! My towers beats your witnesses. Looks like I win. This time, yeah, but I won twice before. This is it now. You go first. 1, 3, 5 talkers. 2, 2, 6 witnesses. Value 6. Rolls his dice. Talkers. Crumbles and picks up. 2 thrive. 5 talkers. 2, 4, 6 towers. Value 6. I think he wins. We win it. Okay, so it's even now. Go on then, yes. 2, 2, 3. Value 3. Okay, that's going to be problematic, I think. Okay, I think he got it. He won. 2, 3 I lost, but it was close, and the game is mine. Don't take it too hard, friend, you can always try again. 10 Links reaches forward to pull his winning in towards himself. Well, it was close. I wasn't so bad in this.
Careful. Havrick's very particular about his wines.
An assortment of dusty vintages lines these shelves, many dates to before the War of Defiance. I'm not going to steal anything. Let's go up again. Interesting game, but I think I'm better with the throwing knives. I think that's all we had here. Yeah, they were the two who were throwing the knives. Let me have a rest before I do anything else. Havrick?
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
I'd like a room.
Top quality bear pelts on every bed. You won't be disappointed.
Also, if you have something I could sell to you, if I can sell something to you, no. Even though I looted the ogres, there's nothing here. Interesting. What is this? Store-rot rabbits do. Move speed and perception, okay. Maybe I'll buy some ale, damage reduction, or meat. Let's buy 6 ale. Do you have something to eat that is really good, apart from the rabbit stew? Actually, camping supplies, one of them would be good, so that we're on 4. Buy all the lockpicks, why not? Yeah. Max endurance. Max endurance, intellect, perception. White sea never. Damage reduction. Actually, yeah, I need the 3 damage reduction, so let me buy 6 of those. This one is move speed and perception, so let me buy the not the cheese, the speckleback jerky. 6 of them. Alright, that's it. Then let's go sleep. We need dexterity, might, and constitution. That is interesting, I'll take it. Yes. You found yourself back in the space inside the grieving mother's mind. It is familiar this time, and even though you feel you have seen countless births from this vintage point, something fills you with unease. The sky has darkened, and the mist has risen from the forest to hem you in. You are trapped. You hear something. The sound is strange, dissonant, like warping metal. You grit your teeth against the noise, and yet, as it rises, the eerie melody drives the numbness from your limbs and clears a space in the mist. Focus on the chimes. The noise resolves into a dull tone as it resounds through your bones. You see that your hands are in motion. And once again you are drawing forth life, something warm and fragile struggling into the world. This scene feels familiar, a moment you have lived and dreamed 1,000 times before, and yet something ominous gnaws at the edges. Focus on the child, the movement of your hands. As your hand moves, you hear the sound of chimes, clear and sharp, yet somewhat distant they seem echoed by something else, wails of sorrow. Tolling bells, it's impossible to tell. Draw the child forth. An inexplicable sense of dread fills your soul as the child makes its journey to you, push by push. A malicious presence seems to surround you, and you lean forward to shield the child. At last the baby emerges, wet and ruddy from its journey. A lifetime seems to have passed as the newborn moved from womb to world, and another seems to pass you as you cradle the trembling child waiting. The child cries out, its cry full of life, full of soul, the chime echoing in its thoughts, filling it with its welcome. The soul is buried at the edges, as if you are viewing a soul from within the soul, but it is there, it is alive. The woman before you is weeping, and at her first cry her hands reach out for it. Surrender the child. You surrender the child to her, something you have done many times before, and as your hands move, the dull clangor sounds, and you feel a weight hanging from your wrist. You look down and see bones, tiny and malformed, hanging from a string about your wrist. They're heavier than they should be. and as they clang together, they make a noise like funeral bells. The mother is too intent upon her newborn to pay you any heed, and so you hide your wrist behind your back. She need never know, can't ever know. As you hide the bone chimes, you shiver in relief with premonition at the chill wind that suddenly sweeps the plateau. Wake up. That's interesting. I think we're gonna talk to the grieving mother about it in a second. Although, in a second means in the next episode, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. Until then, bye bye.